legs won't work, it's clear to me. I haven't been myself, and I feel like my threads are being pulled through this hell feeling. I think that I'm living, if you could call it living, so brash and unforgiving, ruled by the fire, I'm bringing, serving myself.
Alright, so before we start, I just want to make a quick announcement, sort of an explanation of how we're doing class today. This is not how I normally do things, of course, especially for those of you who come here all the time. Recently in life, I was compelled to go back to my mentor, the man who trained me as a yogi. He himself is a lifelong yogi, has been for many past lives, if you sort of subscribe to that kind of thing. And personality-wise, he definitely is a wild card, more than me. For the you know me, that is really saying something. And the practice that he took me and a few other individuals through was just mind-blowing and opened me up to so many realizations. But I just wanted to be able to give that same gift to you guys. So he very graciously, after we took this class, sat down with me and helped me transcribe everything that he had just put us through. So here's the catch. Everything that we did is written down here. All the asanas are here. But for the sake of our community, I just sort of switched the order of some of the things. So everything's here. I just haven't practiced how this particular version of the flow feels. So we're just going to kind of go through that sort of adventure together, if you're game for that. So I will have this in my hands, but I swear to you, I am with each and every one of you. You are not abandoned, okay? Sound good? All right, let's get started. Color is orange. Element is water. Today we're going to be focusing on the Swadhisthana chakra, our second chakra, for pleasure. The things in life that we don't necessarily need, but that are really nice to have. Namaste. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Taylor, and I'll of course be guiding you through this practice today. If you're not already there, find yourself in a nice comfortable seat with a nice tall supported spine. Sukhasana and Virasana are both great choices. Feel free to use a block to make either of these positions more comfortable and more accessible to you.
Bring it on. I'm ready, Tay.
Oh, I'm already feeling uncomfortable. I hate it when my back cracks.
Who is this girl? She's cute.
Now, the second chakra lives just above our genitals and right below the navel. So it's that really yummy area that sort of encompasses our belly and our sacrum. So we might do some things tonight that will make you feel a little uncomfortable. That's okay. That's absolutely fine. When these moments arise, you just need to ask yourself why these things make you feel uneasy. We're going to be moving pretty energetically tonight with some spinal twisting, some hip opening. The color of the second chakra is orange, and the element is water. So close your eyes, if that's available to you, and start to focus on the breath. No need to do anything with it yet. You don't need to make it deeper or longer than normal. Just notice the breath. Color is orange, element is water. Today I'd like to read to you a quote by Margaret Atwood. Water does not resist. Water flows. When you plunge your hand into it, all you feel is a caress. Water is not a solid wall. It will not stop you. But water always goes where it wants to go, and nothing in the end can stand against it. Water is patient. Dripping water wears away a stone. Remember that, my child. Remember you are half water. If you can't go through an obstacle, go around it. Water does.
Beautiful. She's that quote before.
Should I be right like that?
Now let's all start to deepen the breath. If you'd like, I invite you all to take a few grounding breaths together as a community. So all inhale, and exhale all your air out on a shh. you get to the bottom of your exhale, hold it for a moment. And then inhale, filling your belly, your chest, your throat. And when you get to the top of your inhale, open your lips and let it out on an audible sigh.
I love making sound.
Yes, that was a hungover Saturday morning sigh.
I hate it when people do that moaning thing.
I love listening to people breathe. It's like we're all moaning like in one big orgy.
So let's try that again. Inhale. And exhale your air on a shh. Breathe in. And when you get to the top of your inhale, sip a little bit more air when you get there. And open your lips, let it out on a sigh. Good.
Gross.
Now bring your hands to your heart center. And inhale, preparing for Om, the sound of everything. Inhale.
Why is there always someone who goes on so much longer than everyone else?
Start to rub your hands together, generating some heat. And then gently cup your hands over your eyelids. Gently flutter your eyelashes open. And let your hands come back to your heart. That's new. Weird, but not bad. Tuck your chin to your chest. Namaste. Time to cultivate your ujjayi, your victorious breath. For those of you who don't practice this, it's just a slight constriction in the back of the throat. So you're inhaling and exhaling through your nose throat, but you're keeping your lips nice and sealed, and the breath is nice and audible, like you're fogging up the glass of a mirror or you're making ocean sounds. I like to think of it as the Darth Vader breath. Well, maybe a little less Vader and more Sean Connery.
Who's that?
Now, I think there are many right ways to do yoga, and there are many right ways to breathe. So at any point you feel like you need to let out an audible sigh or a lip trill, just do it.
Nah, or we could not.
Woo!
I like this class already.
Now, meet me in tabletop for some cat-cows.
I remember doing this as kids. We used to actually moo and meow.
Keep your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Inhale, your belly sinks towards the floor, chin lifts up for cow.
Ooh.
And exhale, spine arches towards the sky, chin tucks under for cat. Meow. Take a couple more rounds of cat-cow here on your own breath. And when you start to get a little groove of it, you can always expand the motion and sort of play around with it. Maybe imagine rotating your rib cage around the axis of your second chakra, like you're creating a vortex of water that sort of like splashes around the outskirts of your torso.
Ooh, I'd rather swirl the chocolate around in there. Come with me, and you'll see a world of beauty. Do I know this girl?
And on your next exhale, bring your hips to your heels, child's pose.
I know that one.
Oh, which could be confused with happy baby, sure. But if you want to stay there, that's fine, you can stay there.
Oh, Toby. That idiot in Happy Baby looks familiar.
Damn it.
Now, if you prefer not to receive any kind of hands-on adjustments for today's practice, just give me a little wave from where you are. Okay, thank you. Remember that child's pose is always available to you. Anytime your breath becomes short or labored, indulge your Swadhisthana chakra and take a few breaths in child's pose. This is your class. Don't change yourself to fit the yoga. Change the yoga to fit you.
Yeah, you know the moves in order to be able to do that. Why am I even here?
Don't change yourself, blah, blah, blah. She says that all the time. Starting to sound like a broken record, Tay. I missed when she sounded so genuine and profound. When did that change?
Man, I'm getting off on this girl's Dharma talk.
I'm here for Zaida. She's been there for me.
Upon which I stand, and I come here to talk. I hope
that I loved Zaida when we went ice skating together. Not because it was one of those magical romantic moments like from Elf where they're gliding along and he kisses her for the first time and like a couple of penguins named Relive. I knew because I am horrendous at ice skating. She really wrote a poem about the two of us as penguins. I really wish I'd majored in poetry instead of accounting. Anyways, we were doing some holiday shopping at Bryant Park. And Zaida saw the ice skaters and said, "Let's go." And I was born in South Africa, so I'm kind of allergic to anything winter sports. But there was this one fella, this Irish cat. He was straight out of the newsies. Maybe he was in the newsies, who knows? But he kept doing these triple camel cows, or whatever you call them, the jumpy, spitty things. It was like he was daring me to get out on the ice and impress Zaida. So I did. And for those brief moments where she guided me, and she held onto my arm with more strength than I've ever felt in a woman before, I was afire. It was melting the ice around. My mother always told me, just because your father and I were a mess doesn't mean you have to be unhappy in love too. That was the first time I ever really believed it. So after a minute, Z goes off to fly on her own, and I'm left to sort of lurch about, which should have been fine, except the Newsies understudy kept zooming right by me. And I remember seeing Zaida from across the ice, and she wasn't even graceful. She was just sort of stable. And I tried to smile at her and wave, and Billy Broadway bumped into me. And my skates were a size too big, and my left one got caught in this divot in the ice, and I did a 360-degree turn and landed on my ass with this crunching crack. And 3 hours later, an ambulance ride later, and one fractured ankle later, I learned just how loyal Zaida is. She held my hand and wrote the poems I wrote to pass the time while I waited for a verdict. My favorite line of the evening was, "You can't judge someone else's darkness against your own, because everybody's eyes adjust in their own time to the light." The fluorescence in that hospital was obnoxious. My entire life, I've been trying to be there for people, like rubbing my mother's back while she vomits martinis or whatever she's been binge drinking on May 1st on my absent father's birthday. The only reason I moved to New York was so that I could prove to her that I wasn't going to end up in the mafia like my dad. I was going to be an accountant here, and I was going to do something honest with money, and I was going to show her that she could count on me. But that evening, I counted on Zaida. Boy, this love paid off big.
When you're ready, meet me in downward facing dog. First one of the day, probably.
Why is that funny?
You can never tell if this is good for my ankle or not. Maybe I can still feel the metal plate in there even a year later.
Feel free to pedal out your legs, bending one knee and then the other. Nod your head yes, shake your head no.
Yes. No.
Don't forget to breathe. Remember, be gentle with yourself. Do what feels good to you. Indulge your pleasure chakra. Color is orange, element is water.
Are you gonna say that all day?
Oh, it feels so good.
Oh, sucks that it sets off the metal detector at the airport every time.
Now inhale, lift up your left leg for three-legged dog. Toes pointed downward, keeping your hips nice and parallel. And then exhale, bring your left leg in between your hands for a low lunge. Yes. I know that for those of you who come to my class all the time, we usually do start on the right side, but today we are starting on the left.
Oh, that's confusing.
Word
But
that
if
I had
you're-
memory with Zaida.
If you're more comfortable with the right side, you can sit on the right.
Well, I already switched it.
Ooh, here comes the breathing. Yes, nice with the breath. Do what feels good to you. Now inhale, lift your biceps up and forward, up by your ears. High crescent lunge. Ooh, I got this. I'm Usain Bolt.
Oh, I'm dying.
I'm alive.
Square your hips forward, rolling your shoulders down your back. 5 breaths here. Color is orange, element is water. I'm orange.
I am water.
I am over this. How does Zaida make this look so good?
Orange like a mimosa. God, I wish I had one of those right now.
Nope, that's it. And exhale, bring your hands back down, framing out your foot. Left leg back into plank. Float your body forward slightly. Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Oh, no cobra, this girl moves
Why
fast.
are there so many different kinds of dogs?
Just warming our bodies up. Inhale, right leg up for 3-legged dog. Ekapada Ardha Svanasana. That's new.
Bless you.
On your next exhale, bring your right leg forward in between your hands. Find your foundation. Inhale your arms forward and up towards the sky. 5 deep breaths here. Inhale so that the crown of your head grows taller. Exhale to sink deeper into the lunge. If you need to check your alignment, you can always place your hands on your hips and make sure they're both square to the front of the room. Relax the face.
How am I supposed to relax?
Oh, why is my left hip flexor always so tight? Oh, right. I know why.
And on your next exhale, release your arms to the floor. Thoughtfully place your right leg back in plank. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Lay down. Why don't you bend your knees a little bit more? Get your tailbone high. Yes, good, beautiful.
Oh, I'll give you tailbone, Taylor.
Start to feel the heat that we're creating with our bodies. Where do you feel it most? Your arms, your legs, your core, perhaps your second chakra.
Color is orange, elements is water.
Step or lightly hop to the front of your mat into a forward fold. You can grab on the opposite elbows or interlace your fingers on the back of your neck to help stretch the spine.
But if I show you my tail, will you show me yours?
And then slowly pushing up from your feet, you're going to roll up your spine 1 vertebra at a time.
Why are everybody else's hands so much closer to the ground than mine?
Good. When you get to the top, inhale, open and extend your arms to the sky, palms meeting together above your head. Then slowly descend your hands to your heart center. Close your eyes and take 3 breaths here. Oh, I can feel my heart beating. If you want to set an intention or a mantra for this class, now is a wonderful time to do so. Maybe your intention will be focused on moving like water today,
Or sweating like water?
or indulging your pleasure chakra, doing what feels good to you instead of doing what you think you should do. Or maybe it's letting something go, letting go of what no longer serves you or gives you pleasure.
Pleasure.
Taylor.
Zaida is my pleasure. No, fuck, that's objectifying her. I mean, she could be my pleasure, like consensually. Consensually sounds like sensually. My intention is consensual, sensual pleasure with Zaida. Oh god, this is a bad idea. These shorts are way too tight for this.
Let it go. No, I need to let Taylor go. Ironic, I come to her class to let her go. You're fucking idiot.
What feels good? Drinking? No, I can't do that. Sex? You know what? I've been having way too much sex lately. I'm basically just like throwing my body at people. But my body's for me, so. Oh, that's a new one. My body is for me. I can give myself all the pleasure that I need. Don't forget to close your eyes.
Is that the bra I lent Taylor for the mermaid parade?
Fuck! Why did I let Zaida talk me into this?
My body is for me. And when you're ready, try that lunge sequence one more time on each side. High lunge left, flow it out your way. High lunge right, flow it out. And when you're finished, we'll all meet up together in child's pose. Remember, at any time in this class, you are more than welcome to take a child's pose or a comfortable seat and just observe your breath and all that's happening inside of you and around you.
2 years and bitch still hasn't given me my bra back? Bitch took a lot of things.
Am I underdressed?
Don't be silly. Tails, you look gorgeous.
Should I start calling you Sign?
I wouldn't mind.
And it's easier.
Alright, whatever you like. Just add some sparkles and you'll be good to go.
I'm good. But does everyone get as bedazzled as you?
Oh, yeah. It's insane. Some people in the parade, I swear, if it weren't for all their glitter, they would be naked.
Sorry, what are you supposed to be again?
A stingray.
Oh. But it's a mermaid braid.
Oh, that's the general theme. But people find all kinds of ways to make it their own. Some people dress like fish, or Poseidon, or anything aquatic, really. Do you want lipstick?
Yeah, you know me, minimalist. I'm good.
I think red is gonna make you look super Ariel.
I'm alright with being one of the more obscure sisters, like Bettina or whoever.
You mean Tina?
Sure.
They're all A's. You gotta adore, alliteration, Aquata, Andrina, Arista, Atina, Adela, Alana.
I'm both impressed and concerned.
And then there is the youngest in her musical debut, our seventh little sister. We're presenting her to
You
you.
are up on your mermaid stuff.
You're gonna love it. Oh, it's people of all shapes and sizes, colors, ages, strutting their stuff, letting it all hang out. It's so liberating.
Cool.
And I am so thrilled that we are going together.
I don't know if I can handle this, Emma.
Oh, your first mermaid parade's always a little strange, but trust me, Taylor, once you dive in and see all those people dancing happy and free, it'll all make sense.
I'm not talking about parade.
What are you talking about?
You're really hot, Em. Yeah. And you enjoy life. I'm not that kind of girl.
What are you talking about? You're smoking.
Okay, I know that I'm provocative. I just don't know. I don't think this is for me. You braid any of it.
But we've been planning this for months.
You've been planning this for months. I'm the flake who said yes this morning because I couldn't get tickets to Mumford & Sons at the fucking Forest Hill Stadium.
But we can make this work.
No, we can't. We have different agendas.
Okay.
My agenda is having fun.
So's
Okay,
mine.
let me finish. I just want to have fun and fool around with as many people as possible.
There are tons of people at the parade.
You don't get it. Not those people. I don't want to put my body on display for a bunch of tourists and kooky Coney Island locals. That's weird.
You put your body on display all the time when we teach yoga?
Oh, so tell me, when we first met, did you watch me while I was teaching?
No. Yeah, maybe a little.
Yeah, that would be a total turn on if I wasn't so anxious about this parade.
Anxious. What's really wrong?
I lied. I've been to the parade before. I wasn't in it, but I watched it with my ex.
Do you want to talk about it?
No, it's a disaster. Fine. Someone dressed up as a Trump mermaid, and I laughed, and I took pictures of them. She accused me of being racist and insensitive. She
That seems like a stretch.
So I offered to marry her so that she could stay.
Wow. You really loved her.
Yeah.
Did she say yes?
Do you see a ring?
No. But I like getting to know you. Even the hard stuff.
I just want to get to know the bad parts of me. That's fucked up.
Well, it sounds like you're the one who's fucked.
How dare you?
I mean, fucked over, not like fucked up.
I'm done talking about it. I don't like talking about it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It sounds awful. We can make new memories at the parade.
No, Emma, we can't. You're making this thing relationship-y. Like we're hanging out during the day.
So you don't want to be seen with me during the day?
It's not that. But I thought I made myself perfectly clear, Emma, that I'm not looking for a girlfriend right now.
No, you did. You did. You mentioned it, what, like twice every time we hang out?
Great, so then we're on the same page.
But I thought if we hung out a couple of times sober, that maybe you would want something else.
See, that's not going to jive with my agenda.
Well, why is it only about what you want? Don't you care what I want?
No. Because we're not in a relationship, remember? I don't have to care about you, so I don't care about you. I care about sex and fun and a hot body next to me.
So I'm just some residential sex kitten to you?
Yeah.
God, Taylor, that's shallow, even for you.
Ouch.
What the fuck do you want me to say? Thank you for speaking your mind about your agenda again. Fuck that. You're not gonna be happy if this is how you choose to live your life.
And this is what, our fourth time hanging out together?
Yeah, the rooftop bar in Chelsea was our third date.
Not date. We're not going on dates. People who date go on dates.
What the fuck do you want, Taylor? Right now. What do you really want?
I want you in the most carnal and emotionless way possible. Like a kid ripping the paper off of a Christmas present. Might forget about the toy in a couple of days, but the unwrapping is the most thrilling part.
Well, we want two different things. If you can at least be open to dating, then this is done.
Okay. Have fun with your fish.
Yeah, have fun with your flames.
I will. Yeah, it's a shame. You look so seductive. Perhaps seducible?
I'm so lonely.
You don't have to be.
Yeah, isn't being alone better than this?
You tell me.
I'm not some present you can throw away.
Not throw away. Nothing lasts forever, but we can have now.
I'm so fucking lonely.
There may be a lot of mermaids in the sea, but the bottom line. See some sexy scales right here? When you're ready, from the downward facing dog. Why did I stay? bottom of your next exhale, bend your knees and step or hop lightly to the top of your mat for a forward fold. Oh, lightly. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands pressing on your thighs or your shins, maybe fingertips are grazing on the ground. Crown of the head reaching towards the front of the studio.
Why am I here now?
And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, your hands meeting above your head. In prayer pose, slight back bend.
Swan dive, swan lake.
And hands descend together to heart center. Feel free to check back in with your intention anytime we come to this prayer posture.
No, I just intend to get through this class alive.
Inhale, my body. Exhale is for me, my own mantra. I intend to let you go. But I think you need me as much as I need you.
Inhale your hands, slight back bend. And exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Step or hop to chaturanga with bent elbows. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Remember, you can always do a modified flow with your knees, chest, and chin, or just skip it all together.
Oh yeah. I also can't let you go because Taylor's really fucking hot when she's teaching.
And inhale, three-legged dog with the right, listen carefully, with the right leg. And this time, open up that hip and start to explore. Where do you feel the tension? Does it feel good to bend that knee or to swivel that femur in its socket?
Socket is such a gross word.
This is your practice, so do what feels good to you.
Socket, rocket, pocket. The pocket like my dad gave me. Fucking asshole.
Let's add on to that first sequence. On your next exhale, right leg in between your hands. Find your foundation. Inhale, arms lift for high crescent lunge.
Oh, here we go.
On your next exhale, open your arms to Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Swivel that back foot so that it's parallel with the back edge of your mat.
Swivel reminds me of all the pivot turns in basketball I had to do as a kid.
Make sure your hips and your shoulders are open and facing whatever wall is to the left of you, and extend your gaze over your front hand. Can you exhale and bend a little deeper?
Always.
No.
Even if the answer is no, try it, exhale, and sink. Just making sure that your front knee is at a 90-degree angle and does not go past your front ankle.
Surfing USA.
God, I hated basketball.
Take 3 more breaths here. Color is orange, element is water.
No water would be nice right about now.
I only did it for my dad, Coach Coticelli.
And then on your next inhale, extend your right arm forward and up, resting your left hand on the back of your left leg or wrap behind you for a half bind. Peaceful warrior, Shanti Virabhadrasana.
Peaceful warrior sounds so much nicer than reverse warrior.
And exhale back to warrior 2.
I think you just like being called Coach. Such a lovely, controlling alcoholic.
Peacefully fighting for Taylor's heart.
Inhale, swing your left arm down, forward and up. Right arm meets it, both extending to the sky. Square your hips forward. Raise your left heel and ease back into your high crescent lunge. 1 breath here.
Fighting for respect.
Is there a water cooler in here?
And on your next exhale, hands come down, freeing your foot at the top of the mat. In your own time, chaturanga to upward facing dog, and meeting downward facing dog.
Am I allowed to leave the mat to go look for lunch?
Oh, not like Toby, he's been there for me. I wonder how he's doing.
And if you're cold, it's totally okay.
Oh, poor Toby, probably feels like an ass.
Oh no, I'm the ass.
Oh, an ass.
Don't forget that asking yourself what went wrong is a totally valid reaction. Like water, we can readjust, we can redirect our course, and just know ourselves better for the next time.
I didn't know water was so capable of concrete thought.
You just get back up again. When water meets an obstacle, it does so without judgment. It acknowledges the stone, the log, and finds another way around it. And remember, if you need a break, you can always take some time in a comfortable seat or a child's pose.
That guy should probably take a child's pose.
Yeah, I feel like a child right now.
And let's get ready to take that same lunge, warrior 2, peaceful warrior sequence on the left side.
I really wish I had some candy. Maybe some Trader Joe's peanut butter cup?
You should really try the peanut butter cups. They're better than Reese's.
I'm more of a dark chocolate gal. Thanks.
Are you talking about the candy or this interaction?
Well, you know what they say about dark chocolate.
Antioxidants?
And flavanols.
Which are...
I don't know.
I'm Toby.
I'm grocery shopping.
You don't think I'm trying to hit on you, do you?
Guy sees around the grocery store, strikes a conversation about chocolate, which by the looks of them he doesn't even eat.
Thank you.
Guy continues conversation about chocolate, even though she makes innuendo about him liking black guys.
So that wasn't innuendo.
Oh my god.
I'm not trying to hit on you.
But you are.
No, I'm not. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm just lonely.
I'm sorry.
Fuck, no. I mean, like, for a friend, not for, like, sex or... Fuck! This is coming out. Look, my name is Toby, and I just moved here from Chicago, and I have no friends, and I don't know anybody, and I'm this total introverted extrovert, and I love cities, but this place is so huge, and it's intimidating, and I'm having trouble meeting people, and I thought talking to somebody who looked nice in a grocery store would be less flirtatious than, like, on fucking Tinder or in bars or something, because I've tried to make guy friends in bars, and it always comes out as gay. Every time, no matter what I do.
How's talking to guys in grocery stores?
I mean, we're in Trader Joe's, come on.
You're hilariously awkward.
Thank you. And I do actually like dark chocolate better too, you know? A little bitter, less sweet, like life. So I guess some guys do like chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
I try to get to know the chocolate first without paying attention to its hue.
Fair enough. I'm Zaida.
Nice to meet you.
So you really were hitting on me, huh?
I know like one person in this city, and his name's Arthur, and not only did he used to date my sister, so it's weird hanging out with him because of that, but he's also like this total Wall Street bro, like completely objectifies women. And I don't have any time for that because all my best friends back home are girls, and I'm really just out on my own.
So you're like a Trader Jose trying to get by in a Trader Joe's.
What?
Don't you think it's weird and like borderline racist that Trader Joe's has brands like Trader Jose, Trader Giotto, Trader Joe San, and Trader Jacques?
Like Trader Ming?
Oh my god, that might be the worst one.
It's unnecessarily odd. I guess if you have questions, you probably should do it.
Well, yeah, but then if there are no questions, then why say no?
What?
Do you know how to ride a bike?
Yes?
We should totally ride bikes together.
I don't have a bike here.
You can rent a city bike. Yeah, we'll ride down the Hudson. And I can show you that there's more to this city than just bad drivers and sexist guys. And then we can, I don't know, get iced coffees and sit on a pier.
Which here?
Does it matter?
Just curious.
It'll be fun.
Thank you. Why are you doing this?
Because I was new to the city once and it sucked.
Why did it suck for you?
I came here when I was 20 on a Comedy Central internship, and this place was the worst. I couldn't drink. I didn't have any friends. I didn't even have a key to the apartment that my brother and his wife were letting me stay in at the time. So on my days off, when I left my prison, I couldn't get back in until midnight when they got off work to let me in. So I just don't want you looking at these skyscrapers and feeling infinitesimally small. Yeah.
I appreciate that. I do feel small.
So, tomorrow, what are you doing?
Well, it's Sunday, so nothing.
Wrong. You're meeting me at West 79th in the Hudson at noon. Bring a city bike.
Should I get your number?
No. You told me that you weren't hitting on me. I don't see why you need my number.
Still like totally be a stalker or a serial killer or something.
What if I told you I was the killers?
God, no. Maybe if we're friends, or we become friends, and like have a good time and we can exchange information, but only as friends, you could still be crazy.
Only thing I'm crazy about is chocolate.
Only thing worse than that joke was your joke about the killers.
You're right there.
So, tomorrow, noon, boat basin, bring a city bike, and don't eat all your feelings of chocolate before then.
Now we're gonna heat things up. Let's all be downward facing dog.
No, I really wish I had some chocolate.
Bring it on, bitch.
Hit me, Tay. I know you're into that.
Cat spine as you inhale your body into a plank and really feel your abdominals and your gluteal abundant engage as you make sure your body is completely straight.
Has Taylor ever had sex in a yoga studio?
Now slowly roll your heels over to the left so that you're on the outside of your left foot, inside of your right. Your two hands are still on the ground. Ooh, tricky. I thought we were going into side plank. Maintain that plank. Don't bow or arch.
Oh, fuck, I'm bowling.
And feet come back to center. And feel your heels pressing to the back wall as the crown of your head reaches forward.
Oh my god, if we fucked here, we could use the blocks.
Now take your heels over to the right.
And the straps.
Outside of the right foot, inside of the left. Press your hands so that the space in between your shoulder blades lifts up 1 inch higher. Yes, beautiful.
Yes, more acknowledgement.
What about me? I'm following your every direction. God, who is this girl?
And roll back center. Now heels to the left.
Oh, why do my arms hurt?
Oh,
Center.
we should be the better workout.
And heels to the right. Again, all the way to the left. And then all the way to the right. And back to center. We're almost done, but not quite yet. Chaturanga halfway and hold it. And then yogi push up yourself back up to plank.
Definitely this. Kicking my ass, Tay.
Brutal. And chaturanga dandasana, upward facing dog, downward facing dog.
No, not turned on anymore.
I never thought I'd say this. I really fucking hate Gandhi right now.
It's part of my job to keep you alert, to keep you on your toes. Like water, sometimes will meet unexpected challenges.
Like water, sometimes you just want to drown someone.
Like going uphill or encountering objects that stand in our way. It's up to us to choose our perspective. We can view life as a pleasurable challenge through that orange lens, or we can grit our teeth and view the world through that red Instagram filter. That was a stretch.
I don't think that's how Instagram works.
Taylor should just get us on Instagram.
Step or float to the front of your mat.
I don't have social media. It's not Vera Yoga.
Inhale halfway for length. And exhale forward fold. And inhale, rise up for strength.
You know, leading people on for 2 years isn't Vera Yoga.
Hands to prayer. And you can keep your feet where they are, toes pointed forward, or you can bring your feet together with your heels slightly apart. Inhale your hands back up. And exhale, send your sits bones back to chair. I love chair. I don't know why everybody needs chair.
Oh, I hate chair.
Find your drishti in front of you, a still object or a place you could focus on to help keep your balance. Don't use another person, including me.
Damn, I was going to use Tay.
Zaida.
And once you have your drishti, slowly lift up your right leg and cross your right thigh over your left.
Even if you're not my drishti, I'm still watching you.
If it's available in your practice, you can take your right ankle and wrap it around your left ankle or calf.
You may think I don't notice when you wander, but I do.
Then bend both your elbows, cactus pose. Take your right upper arm, wrap it underneath your left, wrapping the forearms until either the back of your hands meet or the palms come together. Or you can take your full arms, wrap them around yourself like you're giving yourself a big hug, eagle pose.
And you're allowed to wander, just like I am. Maybe I'll wander over to this bitch right here. How is she so still?
It does not need to do this.
Remember, the human body was made to fit itself. You were made to fit you. Fit myself like an old pair of jeans. Ooh, I need to get some new jeans.
Problem is, I don't want to wander.
We're gonna get some Good cheek cheeks. If you touch down your right foot and take a breath, help regain your balance, go ahead and do so.
Don't yell at the chair.
I just fucking expensive Madewell jeans and they all stretched out. Like water, none of us are immune to gravity.
And I'm not immune to you.
When you see a waterfall, you don't pity the water as it cascades down the rocks. You admire the beauty and the grace in which it surrenders to its own reality.
Shut up.
Now slowly unwind first your legs and then your arms. Inhale your hands above your head, slide back then. Then exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step or hop back to plank. If you need to take a shower on the float, please do so. And if you don't, take a no ranga and meet everyone in downward facing dog pose.
No wrong?
No wrong, no funny.
Or you're more than welcome to listen to the needs of your body and take a break in child's pose.
You know, you don't have to say that so condescendingly.
Dance with body, pain is my fuel. Ooh. Yes, nice Zaida.
Ah, yes, finally validation. Really, you're gonna hit on someone right in front of me.
Take one more breath in downward facing dog, or meet us there if you're not there already. And when you're ready, step or gracefully hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale down. And inhale, rise up, hands overhead, meeting together, and then down to heart center. Get ready for the next side of eagle pose. When you're finished, flow it out, and we'll meet in child's pose or a comfortable seat.
2 weeks in a row. It's fucking pride all over again. Pride was last weekend. I marched in the parade for the first time. It was an experience. Parade apparently comes from the Latin parare. What are we preparing for during Pride? Preparing for people to take us seriously, treat us equally. We're preparing for the exact opposite, for years of abuse to continue. Are we preparing to fight, whether violently or peacefully, all of the people who still think we're demented and diseased? It's hard to march in a pride parade when you don't feel very proud. I don't. Some people feel this intense, rainbow-colored flame burning inside that makes them thrilled to be who they are, thrilled to fight for the cause and educate others. And I just wish I were straight. Or a guy. Because life would be so much fucking easier, huh? I could ask this yoga dingus to commit to our relationship instead of coming to her class for 2 years straight pretending we're not dating. Hi, Taylor. No, I don't have any injuries, but my hips are really tight. My hips are so fucking tight because of all the meaningless sex we keep having, and because of my Midwestern parents who think I'm gonna get caught in a terrorist attack in New York, and who, when I came out to them, they said, well, I think lesbians are less likely to get pregnant or get STDs, so that's good. I envy my friends who are so sure of their sexuality, whether it's my lesbian friends who are all happily coupled, or my sexually fluid friends who date anyone and everyone because they don't subscribe to a specific sexuality. They're attracted to people, not genders. Or my gay friends who all went on a pride prowl last weekend and all went home with someone, including Taylor, who blew me off for someone else. I want to feel sure of myself. I want to feel proud. I want to feel confident enough to give Taylor an ultimatum. even if she says no. At least I tried.
If you're not already there, come to rest in child's pose. Just concentrate on the breath.
Oh, finally noticed me. What's she hitting on me?
Hey Taylor, I know you're not into labels, but let's just call a tree and give this dating thing a try.
And remember, if your thoughts wander like a stream from stone to stone, there is nothing wrong with that.
Whoops, my mind is everywhere.
I feel so out of place.
Tails, have you thought any more about being exclusive? It's about time.
Our brilliant minds, which are capable of so many brilliant things, are also capable of flitting from thought to thought.
So let's just fucking date, Tay. Or let's not fucking fuck it all.
In the end, aren't we just a bunch of white people doing an Indian thing in a room on thin pieces of rubber way too close to each other?
Like subways, changing tracks on the weekends, or running with delays, or not running at all. Ooh, fuck that G train.
Oh, the G-Train's a piece of shit.
Tell us how you really feel.
I like the G-Train.
My ex slipped off the G. God, that was such a pain in the ass.
Connecting Brooklyn and Queens since 1933.
You know, I'm not really sure why the G even exists.
Runs right outside my house. Hasn't let me down yet. Unlike some people.
Sorry, excuse me. What I mean is, cheer yourself on when you realize that you wandered. Go me. I realized that I was thinking about that smelly guy that sat a little close to me on the train, or that I haven't done laundry in 3 weeks, or that rent is due tomorrow. Fucking rent.
I remember.
Now I can bring it back to the breath. Acknowledge the thought. Pat yourself on the back for noticing your mind going off the path. And just focus once again on your breathing.
We can worry about that later. I'm here. Good job noticing.
I think I have enough in my checking account.
If I'm gonna make it through this class alive, I'm gonna have to think about everything but being here.
And on your next inhale, tuck your toes underneath and straighten your knees to downward dog. When you get there, exhale, forward plank. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. And inhale, lift your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog.
Three-legged dogs make me sad. How often they get adopted from shelters?
And on your next exhale, bring your knee to your forehead, arching your back with a cat spine. Hold for one breath, and then bring your right leg back up for a three-legged dog.
Oh, I asked for abs.
Oh, I hate whoever asked for abs.
Exhale, knee to forehead. And inhale, extend. Now this time, bring your knee to your forehead, and hold for a count of 5,
Yay!
4,
Yeah, baby.
3, 2,
It's
3 again.
Oh, shit.
2, and relax that jaw.
No.
1,
So close.
and bring that right foot in between your hands for a low lunge. Fingers tenting on the ground.
God, kidding me.
And on your next inhale, arms extend forward and up by your ears, high crescent lunge. Shoulders down. Be conscious of the energy that you're sending out. Make sure even the tips of your fingers are alive.
Ooh, even for me that was brutal.
And on your
You
next,
over here's doing pretty good.
on your next exhale, cactus arms, rolling your shoulders down your back. Elbows are at a 90-degree angle, like football goalposts.
Touchdown. God, that reminds me of my first boyfriend said when I took his virginity. Should have known I was a lesbian right then and there.
Inhale to prepare. And on your next exhale, twist your torso and your cactus arms to your right.
Cactus. I like all the consonants in cactus. Sounds prickly like a plant.
Inhale back to center.
I don't feel like a cactus.
And exhale to the right. Inhale, center.
This one's weird.
And exhale, twist right. And hold for a count of 5,
Not again.
4,
Circulating.
3,
I could be a cactus all day.
2, I'll be nice this time, 1, done, come back to center. Inhale, and then exhale your arms to the ground. Take a flow if you need to. Take a rest in child's pose if that's what your body's telling you. Or just raise that second chakra high in the sky for a downward dog. Color is orange. Element is water. After another 5 rounds of breath, we'll get ready to tackle the left side of those knee-to-nose crunches and those cactus twists. I'm acknowledging that I really didn't like that one. I'm acknowledging that I'm kind of jealous of Girly Girl over here for
luscious lunges. I'm acknowledging that all I want right now is a fucking Bloody Mary, even though I can't have one.
Cactus, cactus. Can you eat a cactus? What if they made a cactus flavored candy? Or cocktail? Well, I've not been drinking in a while.
I'm acknowledging that I didn't like my body during that one. I'm acknowledging that I don't really like my body at all right now. Or my life. God, I just want to drink. One won't hurt. Right? Yoga is my therapy. I used to go to real therapy, like with a therapist. Or maybe he was a psychiatrist. I don't know. He looked like a psychiatrist. He had like all these degrees on the wall, and he had these like really thick, horn-rimmed tortoiseshell glasses, and he used to nod his head a lot, really slowly and methodically, kind of like a Buddhist bobblehead. And his name was Robert Hapstein. Maybe it was Hapstein? I don't know. But he made me feel really, really guilty. Basically, at our first session, he told me that I drank too much. Yeah, no shit. Of course I drink too much. I'm 24. I live in New York City. I'm single. How the hell else am I going to get laid and drown my sorrows in the fact that I pay way too much in rent for a place basically a flea circus? You know what, actually, I don't have these. But I do have mice. And for that, I blame my dirty roommate. He always leaves his fucking dishes in the sink. Thank you so much, Gypsy Housing. I come here because I feel good when I leave. Taking 60 minutes just to focus on breathing is like mind-blowing. Or mind-centered, I guess. Oh. When I was a dancer, I actually trained myself not to breathe. And I would get yelled at for it too. Zaida, you will never be a dancer if you don't breathe. Oh, the only thing that comes close to yoga is smoking. That makes me think about breathing. Even if I am destroying my lungs one puff at a time. Oof. Caps, Stein, whatever, and I both agreed that cigarettes are probably not the best thing for me. He actually said that as I lit up right after we had sex. Yeah, I mean, it's not a good idea to have sex with your therapist, but I didn't mean to. It was, you know, like, we ran into each other at Zinc Bar, and you know what jazz does to people. You know, you get bass things when you hear an upright bass, you know. Hapstein was he was a talker during sex. And, I prefer to communicate through breathing. So I think I'll, I'm gonna stick to breathing alone at yoga for I got some requests for some balance poses today, so we're gonna do a few more flows as we work our way up to that. My favorite.
I could use some of that. How to balance fantasy with reality.
Like walking the line of a sobriety test.
Let's all meet downward dog.
Oh, thank God I don't have a car in the city.
Would I be more productive if I didn't think about it so much?
Take a breath here. And then when you're ready, lift your right leg high in the sky. And exhale your foot in between your hands. Inhale your arms up for a high crescent lunge.
Oh, will I ever stop craving alcohol?
Exhale and rotate your back foot to warrior two. Square your shoulders and your hips to the wall that's to the left of you.
Oh, I just miss not feeling.
Inhale to straighten your front leg. And your right arm extends forward, 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 and then down into a triangle pose. Our right hand is either resting on our shin, our ankle, or on a block.
I didn't drink alone to forget. I drank alone so that others would forget me.
And no matter what I do, I can never forget Zaida.
Don't sacrifice the squareness of your body, just put your hand on the ground.
I'm touching the ground and I'm liking it.
Say that. Say it. Beautiful, Miss Jessica.
Ugh, I don't even know Eagle Bitch and I hate her. Or, do I know her?
Ma'am, try a block. You feel more open across your chest.
Blowing up my spot.
Hey, how am I doing? Not good enough for any comments? All right, that's cool.
And inhale, rise back up to warrior 2. On your next inhale, left arm comes to your left thigh for peaceful warrior, Shanti Virabhadrasana. 3 rounds of breath here.
I can be a peaceful warrior. I can fight cravings without hurting myself.
And on your next exhale, back to warrior 2. And then exhale gracefully, windmill your hands back to the ground. Warrior 2, triangle, warrior 2, peaceful warrior. Travel wherever your second chakra tells you, both on and off the mat. Whether it's here, Midtown, Brooklyn, or even Peru. Hey, how do you eat an elephant?
How?
One bite at a time.
Pretty great motto.
Yeah. I think I have a lot of pretty great ones. I think that one's my favorite. Thanks for coming to Peru with me.
Yeah. What's it been? 2 years of me chasing you around? Oh, you must know I've got your back by now.
Thanks.
I'll have to think long and hard about when to cash in for my own special favor.
What do you mean?
Well, tit for tat. And we both know you've got great tits. So I'll take a little of that.
I'm sure now's the time.
No, not now, obviously. Just throwing it out there in the universe.
Do you believe in all that?
What?
Manifesting?
Well, it's been a huge focus of this retreat, so I fucking hope it works. Otherwise, that's a lot of mental energy wasted.
What have you been meditating on?
A new job. I love my students, but my principal is a self-centered bitch.
Wow. Where have you been looking?
Montessori schools?
I was like super hippy dippy.
Oh, aren't we on a hippie-dippy yoga retreat?
Oh yeah, California.
Oh, I just can't take it anymore. It all sounds so good in theory. Close the achievement gap, charter schools work. But they're fucked. Did you see that New York Times article?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's this video of a charter school teacher ripping up a kid's math paper in her face and yelling, "You're confusing everyone because you can't even explain what you wrote on your paper. Go take a timeout."
Why'd you give a kid a timeout?
Oh, exactly. Children get confused. It's why they're in school. To work through that confusion and learn shit.
It's pretty horrible.
Yeah, I can't work there anymore.
Well, you'll find a new school. You'll eat that elephant one classroom at a time.
Yeah. I'm manifesting the fuck out of there.
Didn't really answer my question though.
I'm sorry. I went on a rant. What was your question?
Do you think that manifesting actually works?
I don't know. Sounds a little hokey to me. Like wishing on a candle or a eyelash or a penny in a fountain for something to come true.
I guess the idea is that if you center an idea or a goal in your mind, then you'll be more inclined to find ways to make it happen.
Sounds to me like people praying for something that could happen to fill up the time until it does happen.
Maybe.
I want to believe in it, but I'm not convinced.
Maybe you should manifest a sign that manifesting works.
Oh, there you go. What are you manifesting?
That my dad is happy? Or at peace? Not in pain?
I don't know.
Can you manifest something for someone else?
I don't know.
Maybe acceptance.
It must suck.
It does. It's worse than... Never mind.
Worse than what?
So much I haven't told you.
Then tell me.
I don't want to talk about it. It should be about my dad.
Why don't you dedicate your trip to him?
I always thought these retreats were stupid. Taylor, why do you spend so much money paying other people to help you find yourself? Only you can do that. Backpack alone through Europe, and you'll find yourself quickly in no time.
There's a lot of risk involved in adventuring by yourself.
Yeah, and he did that at a time when it was safe to do that. He's a guy, so that helps.
Did you guys travel together?
Yeah. First time I went to London was with him. My brother studied abroad at Oxford University, and so we went there together to go pick him up. My brother didn't really need picking up, it was just an excuse to travel. My dad believed that traveling was his religion, where he could separate himself from work in the real world, where he could renew himself.
We shared that with you.
Until now.
You can still bond over that. You're traveling right now.
This was the next place on his list, one of the 7 wonders.
Oh, but he's here with you now.
This was the type of traveling that he hated, though. He didn't want to go on any organized tours or have somebody else plan the day's activities except for him. He'd rather just go and talk to random people and have that be part of the experience. When we went to Oxford, he went into this pub called the Lamb and Flag. And he put down a 20-quid note and said, anybody want to show us around for an hour or two? I'll pay you generously with drinks back here afterwards. So immediately this Oxford character is like, hey! He showed us around and he smuggled us into these towers and different classrooms under the guise that I was a student thinking of applying to Oxford. And at one point, he took us into this old kitchen and he broke off a piece of the fireplace and he said, this comes from before your country was even born. Take it and remember where you come from. That was my dad's favorite souvenir. It wasn't from some shop. It was real, just like him. I love my dad.
He sounds like a great guy.
He was. Is. Fuck, I hate that.
Do you want me to?
No. Actually, yes. I haven't hugged anybody since he died. I can't believe I'm missing the funeral. Should never have booked this fucking retreat. It seems so stupid now.
Hey, you could never have known. And he would want you traveling to Peru.
Yeah. Thank you for not trying to kiss me and make this about us. Just for being here. I really appreciate it.
Except for the tit joke.
Jokes are okay. I like your jokes.
Everyone needs a travel companion.
Unless you're my dad. Though, I think he secretly liked having people around.
Yeah, he liked having you around.
Yeah.
Hey, we should do something. Yeah, we'll go to a bar and get some local to give us a tour of Machu Picchu. We'll ditch the yogis.
Maybe. My dad would like that.
Or maybe when we get back to Cusco, someone will break off a piece of a cathedral and say, "Remember to pray for your souls." Manifesting's not everything.
Collecting bricks and elephants of the world. One brick at a time. We've all been working hard. Too hard. So if you're not already there, let's all meet in child's pose.
Tay and I are just friends.
Or if you'd rather sit up, you can take a hero's pose with your shins on the ground, bum on your feet, hands resting on your thighs. You can even slip a block in between your heels to create a nice little throne for yourself. And why? Because we fun, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. Wherever you are, take 5 rounds of breath there. Recall your intention from the beginning of class if you set one. And if not, just notice the heat that you've created.
My intention. Manifesting a relationship with Zaida. This is a start, right? I mean, we technically did get physical together. Kind of awful.
Maybe I can't let Taylor go, but I can let the love go.
My body is for me. No one can take it from me. I'm awesome.
Fuck, what love? Travel to a different continent and still no fingers tangled in public?
Notice what your second chakra is telling you. Do you need to push yourself for the rest of class and ride down the rapids? Or do you need to rest? Float gently on your back in a quiet stream.
I need to slow down. Still trying to impress Taylor, but I'm tired. Row, row, row your boat.
I'm always going gently down the stream. Life is not a dream. It's hard. You gotta grab it by the balls and brave the rapids.
Ho, ho, ho in a boat. It's a fucking melody.
But why does life have balls? Why is everything so sexist?
Warily, 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 cannot fuck Toby.
And when you're ready, meet in downward facing dog.
Toby's a good guy, but I haven't broken him yet.
Inhale your right leg to the sky, and exhale your foot comes in between your hands. Left hand stays to the ground, and you peel your right arm up into a twisted lunge.
Might not be easier without it.
And on your next exhale, get ready for side plank. Carefully lift your right foot and bring it to the back of the mat and stack it on top of your left foot. Bump your hips up slightly for a side plank.
Time to impress Zaida. Come this far, I can do this.
I can't do this.
Fuck. Sounds like Miss Yoga is with an ain't over here.
Oh, no. Who cares what Taylor thinks? I'm here for me. Yeah, I've got this.
And on your next exhale, right hand floats to the ground for your regular plank. Take a flow or gaze in child's pose.
You okay?
Yeah.
Whew, poor girl.
And when you're ready, take a twisted lunge and a side plank on the left side.
Oh. I just miss boozy brunches with Tobes.
In your eyes, and it's a cyclical, so why even try? Why even try to change?
I was the last person standing.
Usually you are, with a drink in your hand.
It's not funny.
You're right. Too soon.
I felt so...
Naked?
No.
Exposed?
No.
It was like I was see-through. I was in a room
With all these other people now, the numbers over their heads. 1 year sober, 3, 5, 7, 15, 31, 55 was the highest. And with each year, people became a little bit more solid, a little bit more stable, and I could see them. I could see the days and the hours and the years adding up like grains of sand that they used to bunch together to rebuild their lives.
Wow.
Yeah. But still so fragile. Like if you blew hard enough or if a big enough wave came, it could all just go crashing down.
The one drink.
Yeah. And how could I compete with my 1 grain of sand compared to their thousands?
20,088.
What?
55 years is 20,088 days.
How do you do that?
Well, the trick is with the leap years, but with
Toby!
Sorry, it's math.
Yeah, usually it's funny. It's just. It's a lot of years. It's a lot of days.
I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll get there, though.
I won a prize
What?
at the Alcathon. Person with the least sobriety gets to bring home a copy of the Big Book.
How big is it?
Oh, it's like the size of a Bible.
That's not really that big. That's just kind of like a priest's like church Bible. And that's huge.
Okay, it's like between your first communion Bible and a Bible you find in a hotel. Yeah, that big.
Isn't that a bit degrading? Giving a prize to the person who has the most work to do?
That's how I felt at first.
It's hard to see.
Don't be. It's a good thing. It's a celebration for them. For me too, I guess. Every day that you say yes to life and no to booze, it's like win the fucking lottery.
Unless you're in Gamblers Anonymous.
God, Toby's. I'm hopeful. Or at least not in denial. I have admitted that I'm powerless over alcohol.
It's a start, right?
It's the first step.
Is that in the book?
Yeah, but actually I already knew that from my Uncle Dick. He's got 16 years. Thank you for not making a dick joke.
I'm sorry, that's just really funny.
And thank you for checking me in.
Yeah.
I haven't told anybody else.
You're pretty easy.
I know.
I'm glad you called me.
I thought I could just beat this thing with sheer willpower.
Yours is hard.
Should have left after the sobriety countdown.
At least you managed to teach an entire bar how to sing Old Lang Syne in Scottish accent before you threw up.
You want to know the funny thing?
What?
I would have done that sober.
I know.
From drinking buddies to rehab buddies.
I'm gonna be in rehab with you. But
out there already, join us in downward facing dog.
I'm awesome. I may come from a long line of alcoholics, but I'm awesome.
On your next inhale, step or float forward fold.
Oh, I'm getting it.
Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold deeply. Inhale, rise to the sun. And exhale to prayer, oneness, hands together at your heart. Now we're getting ready to do some side crow pose.
Side throw?
Can crows balance on their sides?
I encourage you to try this pose with a sense of playfulness. Use your second chakra as a lens. What is it like to approach this with the perspective that this will be pleasurable?
Lies. I'm gonna fall and feel like a fool.
With your hands still at heart center, start by lifting your heels off the ground and bending your knees. Try to keep your torso vertical as possible as you slowly descend.
Oh, I already don't like this.
I'm strong. My body is for me.
Feel the bird.
Once you're hovering above your heels, start to twist from your waist to the right. And hook your left elbow onto your right thigh. Press your palms together, trying to bring them to your heart center. Inhale so that your spine grows tall. Exhale, relax further into the twist.
Oh, this is impossible.
Balance.
Oh, fuck. Lost it.
If you just drop your heels to the ground, go for it. And when you're ready, take your hands away from your heart center and place both hands on the ground flat. Left and right elbows are glued to the outside of the right thigh, like you're trying to make a little shelf for your legs with your elbows. It will feel like chaturanga arms, and then slowly ease your weight over your fingertips. Maybe lifting one foot, maybe the other, maybe both. Who knows? Give it a try.
Why did the yoga pencil separate?
Ooh, 90-degree arms are really helpful.
Can we just do regular crow?
Your arms should create a little ledge for your legs to go on, like a little table, and it's actually not that challenging.
No, it's still challenging.
Oh, what the fuck with that business clothes anyway?
See,
Eagle Queen sucks too.
see.
How do I feel like I know her?
How are you speaking to yourself? Remember, it's okay to fall, just try again. Or do what your body needs right now, and do whatever pleases you this very moment. And when you're ready, you can float out, or skip it, and just get going on the other side. Yes, Zaida. You can even do a little elevator move we tried on the first side. Well, elevator being the proper Sanskrit for that asana.
What lens am I using? Jealousy, revenge, spite. Fuck these bitches.
Don't rush, but just remember that one side is usually better than the other. Try going back and forth, build some confidence with your stronger side. Water plays to its strengths instead of dwelling on its weaknesses.
Does it though?
Look at this fucking asshole flying crow. God, I wish I could do that. Or, if you have a normal crow in your practice, you can go ahead and do that. Or, just say screw it and completely change things up. Maybe take a seat and try a mudra. Like Surya Ravi mudra. This will help bring positivity, help you bring balance, and maybe that will help you go back into your side crow pose. So let's try this. If you want to try the mudra, find a comfortable seat, nice tall spine, and gently bring thumb to ring finger, thumb to ring finger. Do you want the ring? Christine asked me. Been carrying it around for 9 months. Probably can't return it now. Fuck. Fuck fuck no. I was sitting in your apartment on 69th and 1st on the Upper East Side. On that red leather love seat I had bought you for your 30th birthday. And you were sitting in a hard kitchen chair across the room. Might as well have been in the Bronx or Yonkers. Felt so far away. No, I don't want your fucking ring. Why would I want this symbol that's supposed to be of love that would only be a reminder of your fear? That circle of passion turned into a circle of terror. You were too terrified to sign a release, too terrified to ask me to marry you, and too cowardly to even break up with me properly. It took 4 breakups for you to whip out a ring that you had no intention of giving me, and for you to finally tell me that your ex-fiancé was actually your ex-wife. I have been more honest with you, Christine, than I have been with anyone. And you couldn't trust me with your past, your present, or your future. You couldn't trust me with your past loves, with living together in the same apartment, or even a future marriage. I wish I could tell Emma about you. You never took me seriously, but you offered me a ring. Fuck. Maybe I should tell her. Maybe I should see why I can't be with her. I don't want Emma to know how broken I am. Don't I want to be honest? Don't I want to go against everything that Christine had done to me? But if she sees the real me, and then rejects me, it's just Christine all over again, and I can't go through that kind of refusal again. I can't be caught in this circle of ungiven kisses and rings. I might not have taken your flippantly offered ring, but I took your terror. Can yoga teach me to transform terror into trust? How many breaths do I need to take to convert air into acceptance? When you're ready, take any final poses that you'd like, or just settle into an early shavasana. Corpse pose. Maybe you'd like to meditate on who you'd like to see as a corpse. Morbid?
Yeah.
Sorry. So, this pose is all about doing nothing. Yes, sometimes in life people don't do anything, and it bites them in the ass. But here, in this moment, you have absolute permission to not do anything. You've all worked really, really hard. So now it's time to do less. Someone going off script?
It's not like Tay. She's skipping all the back end and inversions.
But, you know, if you're itching for that shoulder stand or a plow or even a headstand, go ahead and do it. Maybe take a few reclined twists or a reclined bridge. You can stick a block underneath your sacrum. Whatever it is, take your time, take your pleasure.
Maybe I would if I knew what any of those poses were.
What's Eagle Queen doing? Nothing? Check out my shoulder stand.
I hate when they